Did you see the smoke rising out of Arlington tonight? It was a sizable blaze that Arlington firefighters had to fight in this dangerous heat this evening. They went to 4 alarms, in fact, on this one. It broke out at the building you see there. It was on Abrams Street, right near Bowen. The flames spread across several businesses in that building as crews worked hard to contain it. It took more than an hour, and as we go on the air tonight, still no word on if anyone was hurt or, in fact, what caused that fire. And tomorrow is going to bring dangerously hot conditions. It is why, in fact, we're issuing a first alert weather day for tomorrow. We got the chief here, McKenna King. We are, as you've talked about for a week now, we're in the hottest stretch of the year.
We are, and this is the hottest week of the year, no doubt. We have hit 106 already back in July, but it is this long stretching week of temperatures near that mark. We hit 106 again today, which is tied now for our hottest day of 2026 so far. Tomorrow's another day of it, and the heat is going to be relentless most of this week. Tonight, we still sit in the low to middle 90s across most of the region. Downtown Dallas, Urban Heat Island, 97 degrees is the current temperature there. 88 in Bonham, 92 for Fort Worth, 91 currently in Cleburne. We are not getting the relief in the evening hours. That has been the case the last several weeks. This heat advisory has been extended to cover the overnight hours tomorrow morning and through noon tomorrow. Not really qualifying criteria currently, but this will account for those mid-morning hours till about noon tomorrow when we get upgraded to this extreme heat warning. This is what we're worried about. Actual air temperatures as high as 108 degrees. For that reason, we have issued that first alert weather day. It's a little bit warmer than we have been. Tomorrow morning, we start off in the low 80s out the door for the bus stop. Sunrise of 6:54. By the time the kids return, we are already looking at a high temperature of 106 degrees, Doug.
Wow, blistering hot day coming. McKenna, thanks very much. Want to get to new information tonight regarding the baby born at the center of this legal battle between a surrogate and the intended parents. We got word today that the baby had the first of what is going to be multiple heart surgeries. The lawyer, in fact, for the California couple who are his intended parents say that the boy is named Rumi. Their surrogate gave birth last week, as we've reported here in Texas, and he was born with hypoplastic left heart syndrome. That's a rare heart defect that does require multiple surgeries during the first few weeks of life, we're told. We're told that Rumi is recuperating with his parents and his medical team tonight. We are told, though, that the family does not plan to give any further updates on their son's health. Their lawyer does say that they are now going to focus on fighting the legal battle against this woman who is the surrogate. This is McKenna West, who is now fighting for custody of the child. And this is all because, if you don't know the backstory, before the boy was born, according to the surrogate, the parents had asked West to get an abortion after they learned of his heart condition. That's when she says she flew from Alaska here to North Texas. Attorney General Ken Paxton then got involved, intervened, and secured a court order saying that the boy must get life-saving care after birth, which he is now. And for now, we understand baby Rumi is going to be staying in Texas as this complicated case plays out in our legal system. And late today, if you haven't heard, a Tarrant County judge temporarily paused plans to build a data center in Westlake, and Westlake appears ready to go, but the problem is the pushback from residents in nearby Keller, just across the town line. Marvin Hurst tonight saying it looks like the legal opposition to all of this is just getting started.
Westlake's making millions, sit down and learn.
When Josh Rabe took to the podium at Westlake's town meeting, he came with courage and lyrics.
We're gonna build you a burn. I'm not a protester, but I don't know. This was like the only thing I could think of to do.
He and his words represent his family in Keller's Lakes at Marshall Ridge. He is not alone. The Westlake Town Hall Council meeting was packed with those who had something to say at a special meeting on Monday at 4.
And actually everyone within Marshall Point is closer even than a lot of the Marshall Ridge houses. And to say that we were blindsided is just, it's an understatement of the century.
But it was Marshall Ridge homeowners and 2 Westlake residents who claimed town leaders failed to give proper notice during planning and zoning meetings that date back to December 2004. So they filed a restraining order. By 3 p.m. on Monday, a judge sided with the residents. But the meeting in Westlake went on.
I don't oppose data centers, and I believe in property owners having the right to develop their land. And I strongly oppose a development infringing on neighbors' homes with such reckless and disregard for our investments, our quality of life, and our health.
At issue here, the development of a Circle T data center on Highway 377. Homeowners say it benefits those who live in Westlake.
Even in their selling points of why this is a good thing for Westlake is that they said this will be 1,200 yards away from Westlake residents, but they neglected to say that it's only a couple hundred feet from Keller residents.
According to Josh Rabe, that kept him up all night.
Westlake's making millions, sit down and learn.
So he and his wife drove to another data center and shot a video for YouTube.
I'm looking for most of the tableless items.
No comment from the developer on the legal challenge or the voting delay. This matter is scheduled to head to a Tarrant County court on August 26. As for the city, it says that it will comment on this latest development on Tuesday. Marvin Hurst, CBS News, Texas.
In an update for you tonight, a convicted child rapist accused of kidnapping girls in the 1990s is asking for his next trial to be moved out of Dallas County because of extensive pretrial publicity. Nicholas Carney was the focus of a series of I-Team reports just last month called The Long Hunt. Earlier this year, a jury sentenced Carney to life in prison for the 1991 kidnapping and sexual assault of a Plano girl. He's now awaiting trial for a 1999 case involving then a 9-year-old Dallas girl. In a letter that he sent to the court, he argues that he cannot receive a fair trial in Dallas because of the attention that he's received. Carney also asked that DNA be taken from a cigarette that he did smoke be excluded from the trial. That sample matched DNA that was found on 2 survivors. The family of Carmelo Anthony is calling on their supporters tonight to attend this week's hearings over whether Anthony should be granted a new trial and/or a new judge as well. 2 hearings expected to draw as much attention as the trial did back in June when he was found guilty of murder at a Frisco track meet. Our J.D. Miles with a look ahead at what we can all expect this week.
Carmelo Anthony will have new lawyers when he returns to the Collin County Courthouse on Wednesday for the first of 2 hearings related to his murder conviction in June. That's when a jury found him guilty of murdering Austin Metcalf and sentenced him to 35 years in prison. Anthony's attorneys will ask Wednesday for a new judge to oversee the 19-year-old's appeal, which is scheduled to begin the next day.
Mr. Anthony's team has their work cut out for them.
Criminal defense attorney Todd Shapiro is not connected to the case, but has defended clients in Collin County. He believes Anthony's motion for a new trial and a new judge is an uphill battle.
I think Roach ran an incredibly efficient and fair trial. From the media restriction to the crowd's control to the sheriff's department being in control, everything ran as smoothly as you could possibly ask for in a big case like that. And Roach did a great job, and he's the one that was responsible for the tone of the trial.
The father of Carmelo Anthony posted a social media message asking those who stand behind his son's claim that he stabbed Austin Metcalf in self-defense to show their support by gathering at the courthouse. That's where authorities broke up confrontations and made some arrests in June after supporters from both sides clashed. The leader of the Next Generation Action Network says a strong show of support among those who believe Anthony can make an impact.
Show up, not with hate, not with violence, not with threats, not with attacks of anyone. Come with discipline, come peacefully, come prepared to respect the courtroom and the proceedings. Come because we believe that a justice system deserves witnesses.
Anthony has been serving his sentence over the last 2 months in a Central Texas prison. His attorneys are expected to argue that he deserves a new trial in part because of an impartial judge and a controversial agreement between both the defense and prosecutors not to allow the jury to hear evidence about Anthony or Metcalf's backgrounds. A South Texas judge will preside over Wednesday's recusal hearing. After that, either Judge John Roach or a new judge will hear arguments over the motion for a new trial. J.D. Miles, CBS News, Texas.
This is a big story tonight. New developments in this battle over border wall construction at Big Bend National Park. That construction is now on hold, at least until the Customs and Border Protection Commissioner can get there physically and evaluate the situation in person. It's what he said he wants to do. People who live in the region first saw contractors with bulldozers and clearing brush earlier this month. They argue that the construction that's ongoing is disturbing the land and that a border wall is not necessary since that rugged terrain itself is a big deterrent to migrants and smugglers, they say. The CBP commissioner says he does plan to evaluate the land and he wants to hear from stakeholders, and he hopes to get that done over the next few days. So more to come on that note. The American Airlines Center is going to remain the home for both the Dallas Mavericks and the Dallas Stars for the next 5 seasons. They have, let's just say, figured things out. Had a little squabble, but they've got a agreement now that resolves issues over maintaining and upgrading the AAC between now and then. Both teams are now required to keep their corporate headquarters in Dallas through the year 2031. But after that, as we've already reported, the Stars for sure are hoping to move north to a new arena in Plano.